It shouldn't take long. No one moves, no one talks, and then no one gets hurt.
I've been doing this for nearly 40 years. Stealing. Hurting people. It leaves a residue until it covers everything. Until nothing is good. The boss needs us to stay tucked away somewhere safe. We are not to leave the house under any circumstances. Oh, goody.
They say that there's no honour among thieves.
What if we were to split it between us? Should I say no then? Are you lost, love?
The boss sent me.
We've now reached what you might call a moment of crisis.
No good making a fuss.
Proper filthy. Hell is empty, because all the devils are here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt with the NRW, where nerds rule the world, and I am here with Barnaby Roper, who is the director, and Gorman, who plays numbers in the upcoming film All the Devils Are Here. How are you two today?
Pretty good, Heather. Thanks.
Great. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Bern, I really want to talk to you about numbers, but of course I have to start. Barnaby, tell me, where did this film begin? How did it come into being?
I saw an article in a newspaper once, and it was like the Great Train Robbery here was it had a whole article about that, and in it had a photo album of the hideout of where they went to, and I thought, in my head it was like going to be some kind of gangster hideout, but when they got there, it was like this kind of place with flowery wallpaper and and a kitchen and stuff like that. So I thought to myself, and I just what fascinated me was what went on in this house when they were there, because we all know the story before, we all know the story after, but we don't know, what happened in there. And that's what I wanted to capture. Obviously the film isn't the Great Train Robbery. There's not a train or anything like that. There's none of that, but that's where the story came, was what happened in that house and when they were there.
And that's so much fun to watch, just everyone getting stuck in that space. Bern, speaking of that, when you first read him, because Numbers is such a fun character, when you first read him, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I was pretty hooked, Heather. Basically, obviously, as an actor, you look for strong characters that jump off the page. And I think that, Barnaby and John had such a strong script anyway going in that I really wanted to be part of it. Also, it's definitely a almost homage to the British gangster films and thriller films of the past in the way that it's a chamber piece. And obviously, as an actor who's interested in other actors, it was really sort of nice to know that I would be with these people for quite a substantial amount of time working on these intricate scenes. And that's always a nice challenge,
Absolutely. And I want to come back to that isolation moment here in a second. But Barnaby, with that being said, this is something that actually hit me. What kind of genre is this? There are absolutely elements of gangster. There are absolutely elements of drama. But honestly, as a horror lover, I felt a lot of horror and thriller elements to this. So can you explain what genre you were going for?
We wanted, obviously, we were on the cusp of horror. We were just looking over looking down into the valley of horror. But because we wanted to have that, we wanted to feel that this house, that where they were, wasn't normal and wasn't right and everything. and that's what we wanted to do. But I didn't, it's funny because we, like, even after the editing and all this sort of stuff, people do say that, oh, what genre, is this horror, or is this thriller, or is this, gangster movie and everything. And I think it's like the thing that again, it's going back to those like Get Carters and the long, those English, like, it's more noir, I would say. It's like a weird English noir kind of film where it's like, and it's got those Brighton Rock kind of influences and like Get Carter, but also it's got the kind of comedy or the eccentricity of Lady Killers and Lavender Hill Mob. So you've got that violence and you've got that kind of strongness of those kind of bad British movies, but also I wanted to just turn up a little bit of that horror to keep us, but it's not horror, it's definitely not horror, but just to keep us feeling that there's something's not right in this place.
With Burn, to go into the isolationism and those levels of thriller there, what made Numbers was especially isolated in this place? Like there was that regular isolation, and then it was him in a spot just by himself. What do you think made that so special in this film? Is that he's just locked in himself?
I think the thing is with Numbers is that he's a character that is alone all the time. I think he's like on the side of fringe of societies and everything, and he keeps in the shadows and he keeps in the thing. So going to this, here you go. I'm going to let him speak.
Bern, my question was, and Barnaby was just starting about it, was what makes the isolationism for Numbers so different and so special? Like they are isolated, but he is even more isolated in this space.
Yeah, that's a good question. I suppose we have to talk about his addiction. When one is when one is in the throes of addiction, particularly substance abuse, presumably you are half living, half dreaming. I don't really know if he wants to relate to these people. I'm not sure that he certainly doesn't trust them. He has a job to do and is stuck together in this horrible enforced, teamwork, as it were. But I think really Numbers wants to keep himself to himself as much as possible. It's just also Grady has the best whiskey in the house, which he has to come down every so often.
I've heard about you doing that whole straight drink scene. Was probably one of the best scenes for the day.
It's great. I'm nothing like that in real life. Okay, I'm just putting it out there.
I mean, those who deny it the most. I'm just going to say that.
Fine.
And before I'm going to lead this back to Barnaby, but my real quick question to you, Bern, is: do you think Numbers knew where he was? Not to give too much away, but do you think Numbers knew where he was? And if so, where do you think within the film timeline that he figured it out?
I don't know. I think we can echo the question before that. It all seems a little dreamlike, like a living nightmare, a living horror for Numbers, I think. So perhaps, I'm not sure whether he's cognizant of exactly where he is, as it were, but there's certainly something dark and hellish about his situation. Yeah,
perfect. I mean, that's the great thing, and I think if anyone figured it out, I would have thought it would have been Numbers. Sure. But Barnaby, really quick follow up to that. Did you want any of them to know at all? Was that your goal, or did you want the surprise to be a full surprise?
I didn't want I didn't want any of them to know, but the closest one would be Numbers. Yes, and we did discuss it, and we did discuss that, and and he is there was questions of his obviously of his like is he even part of the group, and it's like but it's like honestly I think no, I think it's like I didn't want any of them to know at all, not at all. There are clues in there that maybe one of the like maybe he did know, or maybe the others know, but no.
Right on. With that, my last big question then, because I do get one more due to the tech issue. I'm going to get one more quick question. Barnaby, when audiences leave the leave the theater with this story being so nuanced, what would you want their one thought to be?
I want I want it to feel the richness in the movie. I want to feel like they're totally immersed in this kind of world. And really like they're trying to figure out what just happened or what was going on and everything, and they kind of start thinking back to all the other points of the movie. But also I just wanted them to get lost in a time. I want people to come in a way like lost in a time, and it revokes back to so many time in history. And there's so many little bits in there that says, oh, is it this time or is it that time or that time? But that's what I really want to do. I want that kind of like richness, and of a lot of those kind of older movies, that we love.
That's absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys so much for your time. All the Devils Are Here arrives in select theaters and on digital on September 26th. Thank you guys, and you have a good day.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello. Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Nerds rule.
Love it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julie.
Yes, nerds rule. Yes.
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Nerds do rule the world. I agree.
We do.
I agree.
We're awesome, aren't we?
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And nerds really do rule the world.
Thank you, sir. It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
Do. They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
Well, I was good until I saw that this is Nerds Rule the World. So are we talking about like everybody you interview is a nerd, right?
Oh, it's a legal requirement. It is.
It's a legal requirement.
Yes.
Or are you, or the second you popped on screen, I was like, wait, are you supposed to be the queen nerd then?
I hope so. My handle is Heather is a nerd, so I am a professional at least.
Okay. But then you enter that whole question of like, well, if you're calling yourself a nerd, are you really a nerd? True nerd, would they call them? I don't know. I'm going to start going cross-eyed.
Going to psychoanalyze this a little bit.
Yeah.